So what we're doing here today is we're going to talk about what we're doing. What's the process to taking a building like this down? The process started 6 weeks ago. So what we did is we came in here and we identified what we wanted to get out of the building. And then if you notice into the building, look at all the windows. All the windows are gone. This semi-trailer here, we were going to go buy a 24-foot box truck. And we decided instead to get this trailer, and it's only about half full, and it's all furniture, the stuff that's going to end up going up to Sarasota. Okay, if you look up inside of here, let's look up in here. This is about half full. Okay, now that is all stuff that if we were a different demo company, that stuff would just got crushed up inside of this building as they tore it down. All right, so let's go and talk about this now. So over here, when we're looking at this building, you come in here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring a bobcat in here or a skid steer, and we're going to get a hold of these big pieces of wire, and these are gigantic wires. And if you look over there, you see that green thing, that's a transformer. So what's going on is from here to there underground, those big wires are running inside of this transformer. What we did is we had FP&L come because we want to make sure it's safe, and none of our guys are going to get hurt. We had them come out here and they cut these things free underneath, under the ground. And if you look up there on that power pole, so you see those little things that are hanging down, they look like keys, those are the disconnects for this building. So we made sure that they disconnected it at the pole, and we disconnected it inside of this box. And this is what they were connected with. Okay, so this guy literally had to take this big, like the jaws of life little thing for copper and take this apart. So that was a double check to make sure we're doing this safe. Now we're gonna pull all the wires through over there. So this right here, this weighs about 15 pounds. This, once it gets stripped at the shop, it should be bare bright. Now the negatives, the neutrals, they always get corroded inside because they carry, I don't know why. Bernard was explaining it to me. I don't fully understand it, but at any rate, so that's that for that. Let me show you one other thing. Okay, now this building here, you see this right here? That is coming apart on its own. Most likely, even if this hurricane did not hit, there's a good possibility that this was going to come apart anyway. It's just deteriorating. It's coming apart. It's turned into dust. This shouldn't happen. Down there, that shouldn't have happened either. The hurricane water coming up, hitting that, it should have never happened. So, but what I'm showing you here is what we did is we cut these wires here and we pulled them out. We cut the wires here and we pulled them out. And then all underneath here, we went through, and all these poles that you see laying here on the ground, this is all wire that we took out. Now, when you look at this wire right here, this is, it's called coaxial cable, okay? The thing with this wire is there's not much copper and there's a whole lot of plastic. So if you look over there, all of these conduits all had big, huge pieces of copper running through it. If you look up right here, they were running from here all the way down there and all the way up to every single unit. So let's go up and I'll show you what we're doing to get this thing ready to be recycled. So the elevator itself, when we take it down and we take down this tower, that'll all just becomes just regular scrap metal. Now we have these t-shirts up for sale. We've had a lot of questions about them and we went ahead and ordered a whole bunch of them, and you can buy them in the link below. This is our newest logo. It's got the excavator on it. So it's repurposed Demolition. If you want one of these t-shirts, we got them for sale. We're in a building that's 7 stories tall and there's no elevator. So you would say, okay, why did they leave so much stuff in this building? Well, Most of these people, they're older than I am, and walking up and down 7 flights of steps to get stuff that's it's basically at yard sale value. It's just not something that they're going to do. Plus, we have a storage problem in Florida. There's no place to store things inexpensively. So you take let's say you take everything out of your unit and it's worth $3,000. Well, within a year and a half, you're going to pay $3,000 in storage fees. And then that furniture is still however old that furniture is. So back here, to stave the building off, if you look right here, when we got in here, we want to make sure nobody got in there. If you look at the other end, we did it down there. We just wanted to make sure nobody got in those units because the floors could fall, and we don't want to have that happen. So these buildings, if you come in here and you look, all of this right here, all the stuff that's in here it's construction debris. It's the debris that you would take to the C&D yard. The C&D yard, they charge you by the ton, okay? The concrete yard, they charge you by the container. So the container can be $50 if it's super clean concrete. It can be $200 if it's not super clean concrete. And that's because somebody has to work on it. Somebody's got to pull it apart. And what they do is they try to crush up the concrete ahead of time before they put it into the concrete crusher to get the rebar out. Little tiny pieces of rebar, the concrete crushing machines can handle it. So all this stuff right here is going to get thrown out. A skid steer is going to pick it up, put it into a trailer or into a dumpster, and we're going to take it to the C&D dump. Stuff like this, they don't want. We'll have a separate dumpster for that. We'll collect up anything that's got cushions and stuff like that. Stuff like this, which is wooden furniture, which was really nice and expensive furniture. When you crush it up, it's just basically C&D, okay? Same thing with the carpet. They don't really like the carpet either, but they do take it. They'll take this, they'll take the metal studs, they'll take the stucco, and they'll take all the drywall and the trim pieces. So let's go on upstairs and take a look at one of these that they've already gotten done. So are the guys here?
Yep.
When we got started in this building, the process we used is about 6 weeks ago, we came in here. I came through with blue tape and I put blue tape on all the stuff that we were going to keep. Then what we did is I brought a crew in and all they did was take windows out. They took window after window after window after window out. Between sliders and windows, there's 100 pieces. We have taken, gosh, I don't know how many refrigerators and how many stoves and all that. We took a lot of that stuff. We got all that stuff out of here. So what we did is we pre-positioned all that. Let's get away from this noise. We pre-positioned all that stuff here. And then what we did is we took down the railing and we brought up a lull and we loaded all this stuff out very quickly. It took us 2 days. If I did it with brute force, it still was brute force because we still had to get it out of the units and put it onto the lull and then load out. There were 7 loads in dump trailers that went back to our shop of windows and doors and sliders and refrigerators and stoves and some furniture. All that stuff went up there, filled up half of this 53-foot semi-trailer. So the electrical panels, what we did with those is we cut the wires here and then they just fall out. So we did that on every unit here. Okay, this is all copper here, but this copper is not going to be something that we're going to want to mess with. It's going to have too much labor to get it out. These breakers are really, really old. We're not going to messing with those right now. We took a lot of the HVAC systems that were 2018 and newer, and we took a lot of the hot water heaters that were newer as well. We took about 5 kitchens out of this whole place. One of them was very, very nice. The rest of them were just ordinary. All right, let's go to another floor. Hey guys, collect up all these too so that they don't, we just bought those brand new. Collect them up and just get them, maybe put them on the back of that truck down there. So, check out this view. Is that freaking phenomenal? That's unbelievable. It's hard working in buildings like this. We love working by the beaches and by the water. Pretty much a lot of the stuff that we do this higher end luxury stuff and we're seeing the water all the time. So in this unit here, what's going to happen is we're going to take these walls out. This is This is drywall, there's furring strips behind it, and we're gonna clean it all the way off. So that makes this clean concrete, and I'll do it on both sides. They'll remove these center walls. So we have a choice here. We can do one of two things. We can just go ahead and pay the extra money and just mix all this stuff up and not worry about it, okay? Or we can do the right thing, separate everything the best we can, recycle the concrete, recycle the C&D properly. So it takes a lot more manpower to do that. In order to do that with manpower, that means our guys are working more. So we're spending more money, the guys are working more, they're getting more hours, it's good for everybody. So you're going to see me walking through and showing you different things regarding this building as we tear it down. We're going to showcase the whole thing. I think it's going to be very interesting. It's not something that's normal. Buildings this size are not getting torn down normally anywhere in Florida. So it's repurposed demolition, and we thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe and leave us a like. I will see you on the next video.